Good morning, everyone. My name is Minami. I'm from MORINAGA milk industry. It is a great honor to be here on the main stage of the Biotics Asia 2025 as the first speaker of the today. We are thrilled to introduce you our unique and science-based postbiotic ingredient to the world for the very first time. So, in this session, I have two speakers. Firstly, I will start by talking about the market and consumer insight, and then my colleague from Biotics Research Institute, Mr. Nakamura, will introduce our latest clinical research on our postbiotics ingredient. So now let's get started. And really, thank you very much for joining our session. Even in this very early morning, I'm afraid maybe no one can, but I truly appreciate your joining. So thank you very much again. So first of all, let me introduce about our company briefly. Morinaga Milk Industry, founded in 1917 in Japan, has become growth to one of the largest dairy and nutrition company in Asia. We have a more than 100-year history advancing the science and technology to improve human health through food. We also have more than 50 years research on the microbiome topics. And we are proud to be pioneering in developing human residential bifidobacteria. And currently, we launched a new medium-term business plan in this April. And in this plan, our company clearly set our direction to expand our biotic business globally, aiming to more than double in 2029. And in line with this direction, in this April, in the R&D division, we have established a new research department, which is named Biotics Research Institute. And also, headquarters has launched a new section, Functional Food Ingredient Division, to cover both domestic and global market on the biotic business. Currently, we have 5 human residential bifidobacteria strains and also one postbiotic ingredient named LAC-Shield. And in order to bring our functional ingredients globally, we are communicating with our subsidiaries in globally. And here in Thailand, it's covered by Morinaga Nutrition Food Asia Pacific, MNFAP. MNFAP is covering the region of the Southeast Asia and the Oceanian and also Indian market. And we are aiming to bring the solution to the customer with our functional ingredient, with always keeping in mind our company's slogan, which is Forever Brighter Smiles. So with the philosophy of this solidate our corporate slogan, in addition to our continuous effort on the microbiome research, we would like to bring the health and wellness solution to the customer globally. So, in my part, I'd like to speak in following orders. Firstly, I will talk about what are postbiotics and why now. Secondly, market momentum and the format beyond supplements. And thirdly, consumer demand around mental wellness before going to the new postbiotics ingredient. So, first of all, what is postbiotics? Do you know? So, postbiotics is defined as a preparation of inanimate microorganisms and or their component that confers a health benefit on the host. This definition comes from the ISAB consensus paper published in 2021. In other words, postbiotics is non-viable microbes with or without metabolite, and which confers health benefit for us. So let's get closer look at the definition of the postbiotics. So using the LAC-Shield as an example of postbiotics. So for instance, our postbiotics LAC-Shield is carefully selected strain for its immune modulatory function from the various number of the lactic acid bacteria and also another culture collection that we have. And then clinical trials have demonstrated its health benefit, such as prevention of the common cold. So, in other words, not every inactivated microbes cannot be regarded as a postbiotics. And also, this is similar to the fermented foods like kimchi or tempeh, but I guess no one wants to add kimchi or tempeh into their drink or food. But we can incorporate this postbiotic ingredient in any kind of food. Also, postbiotics can take a variety of the forms, depending on whether it includes a metabolite or not, and also depending on whether it is disrupted during the manufacture process or not. So here showing is the classification table published by ISAP or IPA. As you know, there is a variety of the format. And our LAC-Shield and also the new postbiotics ingredient that I will be introducing you today is categorized as a non-viable whole cell or intact dead microbes. It is because our MORINAGA postbiotics is heat-killed, but still remaining the cell structure as intact. So therefore, it is easy to calculate even after adding into the final product. And why now? Why now postbiotics? It is because postbiotics can address the classic issue of the probiotics. One of the biggest limitations of probiotics is its heat sensitivity. Yeah, probiotics cannot be survived during the harsh manufacturing process like pasteurization or baking process. Also, while probiotics is stable in the supplement format such as capsule or sachet or even the dried powder format, once probiotics is subjected to the moisture during the formulation and the storage, it will be vulnerable and easily reduce the survivabilities. On the other hand, postbiotics have a heat-tolerant and also moisture-stable feature. And these features make postbiotics as an ideal ingredient to apply into the food and beverage applications. So now you have a better understanding about the postbiotics. Postbiotics are non-viable microbes with or without metabolites, and it will confer a health benefit for us without keeping it alive in the end product. And thanks to the feature, postbiotics are moving beyond the capsule format into gummies, bars, daily foods, and also functional beverages. So it is totally different situation from the probiotics, even it is one of the biotic solution. So next, let's have a look on the market trend. Right now, postbiotic market is quite small compared to the probiotics and prebiotics. As for your reference, currently probiotics market is estimated as around $90 billion US dollar, and prebiotics is $6 billion. And in contrast, currently the postbiotics market is estimated as less than $200 million. But the key point is not the current market size, but we are focusing on the potential of the growing potential in the future. So as consumers are aware of the postbiotics as a definition and also its stability advantages, we expect that the postbiotics market is rapidly growing. And let's have a look on the specific category of the functional beverages. So as you can have a look on this slide, currently there is many functional beverages rendering the health benefit to their product. And the drivers of the functional beverage is greatly varied. It's varied from energy boosting or relaxation or cognition support and also mind clarifying. So, but thanks to this very cute and branding concept, many consumers anticipate to more flourish market of the functional beverage categories. And also, in fact, in the US, the sales of functional beverage jumped at the 54% from 2020 to 2024, and reaching the 9.2 billion US dollar currently. And also notably, the US sales of prebiotic and probiotic drinks has raised more than triplet in 2024. It suggests that consumers might be interested in the microbiome-friendly ingredient, even in the functional beverage categories. So let's move on to the functional confectionery. The global functional confectionery market is estimated as 2.5 billion in 2025, and estimated to double by the 2032. When we see the confectionery market, the popular ingredient can be raised as a creatine or adaptogen or prebiotics or probiotics, and also proteins and antioxidants. But regardless to say, we know that not only the pre and probiotics, postbiotics can be our ideal way to add in this category because of their advantage in the stability or even in the moisture and heat process. So we can add postbiotics into chocolate, gummies, biscuit, or even ice creams. So there is a variety of choice for the consumers. Now let's turn our attention into consumer insight. Prioritizing prevention is one of the trends that Innova Market Insight Top 10 trend in 2024. This captures the consumer desire for food and beverages that gives various benefits to support health and wellness. When consumer and manufacturer think about health and wellness, they think beyond physical health, but also think about the mental health. And, and also this prioritizing prevention is expressing that at this moment, consumer is looking for the proactive solutions, even they are healthy and before being the diseases or ill conditions. Also, let me show another consumer insight. This is published from the FMCG graph entitled Mood Boosting by 2025. And in this report, I heard really interesting topic related to the mental health. In this report, despite less than 10% of consumers having used functional product in order to improve their mood, but almost half of them expressed an interest in trying them in the future. And also currently, I can example some products such as mood-boosting teas, which is containing the L-theanine or GABA or CBD things, which comes from the botanical things. It expressing that consumers are looking for some natural solution to give some mood-boosting effect on their food and drinks. Also, when we look at the mood-boosting product by different age groups, we found that baby boomers are not so interested in the mood health. It might be partially because the different attitude to the mental health, and the elder person maybe like to solve their mental problem by doing their traditional way of method, like doing some hobbies or chatting with their old friends. But compared to these older ages, the millennials and Gen Zs have our highest interest in mood boosting products, like the beverage, food, and ingredient. So younger consumers prioritize their mental health and self-care, making them more proactively in managing mood and stress. And they seek convenient and functional products that fit their busy lifestyle and provide effective emotional support. Now, it is said that gut microbiota is foundation of the holistic health, especially for the mood. And in academia, one of the most attracting field is gut-brain axis. And many evidence suggests that there is a correlation, bidirectional correlation between gut and our health, gut and our brain. And thanks to the many information from the media and also academia, currently consumers and understanding the relationship between digestive health and holistic wellness, including mood. So interestingly, this consumer report suggested that 1 in 5 consumer linked their unhealthy gut microbiome with lower energy level or lower mood. And as a consequently, 1 in 5 consumer is taking probiotics or fermented food to boost their mood or improve their mental well-being. So now we can say that consumers are seeking products that improve their gut microbiome in order to improve mood. So altogether, based on the strong interest in the consumer and also the foundation of the definition of the postbiotics and also science, we have developed a new postbiotics ingredient. The name of the postbiotics is LAC-Living Plus. So LAC-Living Plus was developed with a focus on the connection between gut and health. LAC-Living Plus is for the consumer who is seeking the more positivity and more healthy mental well-being. And also LAC-Living Plus is here to uplift your body and mind, making your everyday feel light and free. We also created a new logo for this LAC-Living Plus. This can intended to use on the surface of the end product to give our concept to the consumer or our customer. And this logo is giving the image of the smiling and positivity. And also we choose the color of the lavender because lavender is said to give the lender the feeling such as a relief or trustness or very calm mindings. So we'd like to expand our opportunity of consumer by using this ingredient. Thank you all, and I'd like to hand over to my colleague from Biotics Research Institute.
Thank you, Dr. Minami. I'll take it from here. Of course, I'm wearing shirts same as LAC-Living Plus logo. My name is Jun Nakamura from Research and Development Department in MORINAGA Milk. In the next section, I'm talking about background of and development and basic study of LAC-Living Plus. As Dr. Minami mentioned earlier, postbiotics have been shown to offer a wide range of health benefits to human body. For example, improvement of gut health, immune support, anti-inflammatory actions, and metabolic regulation. In recent years, growing attention has been paid to the new concept known as gut-brain axis, the idea that gut environment can influence brain function. Let me ask you some questions. Have you ever experienced something like this? Firstly, when you feel anxious or nervous, you get a stomachache and feel the urge to go to the bathroom. Second, you tend to have irregular bowel movements during important meetings at work or when your class or environment changes. Thirdly, you tend to experience constipation when there is a change in environment during travel. If this applies to you, raise your hand. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Of course, I check every box, and my digest system is not happy right now. As you have just experienced, these are the clear signs that your gut and brain are connected. The gut is often referred to as second brain. It is involved not only stress responses and mood states, but also in disease risk. For example, the changes in gut environment can lead to conditions such as anxiety disorder or eating disorder. On the other hand, stress and anxiety can lead to symptoms like constipation or malabsorption. Due to strong link between gut health and brain health, a number of scientific publications has been steadily increasing in recent years. This is an example of a previous study on gut-brain axis. This data compares the amount of stress-related hormones secretion when exposed to 1-hour restraint stress. The black bar indicates the state with no bacteria in the gut. Next to it, red arrow indicates the presence of bifidobacteria, and next to it, the blue one indicates the presence of E. coli. As you can see, the amount of stress-related hormone secretion differs significantly depending on gut environment. So this study demonstrated the gut and the brain are closely connected. So with a focus on the gut-brain axis, we have developed new postbiotics. As a first step, we focus on mood and emotional well-being. Next step, drawing insight from previous study, we turned our attention to Lactobacillus helveticus, a species widely recognized for its anti-stress properties. Then, under the concept LAC-Living, we carefully select a unique strain from thousands of our probiotic culture collections to boost your positivity and energy, helping you feel free to live fully. In the next section, I will introduce 3 clinical trials about LAC-Living Plus. The first clinical trial involved 13 healthy adults who were administered 20 billion LAC-Living Plus. The mood state was assessed before and after intake using POMS-2 and SF36V2. POMS-2 is a psychological questionnaire used in clinical trials to assess mood, and SF36V2 is 36-item health survey used to measure patients' physical and mental well-being. As a result, POMS-2 shows a reduction in fatigue inertia and increase in vigor activity. In addition, SF36V2 shows an increase in mental well-being score. And so, LAC-Living Plus may have potential to improve the quality of life. The second clinical trial involved 58 healthy adults who were administered 5 billion LAC-Living Plus or placebo. The mood states were assessed using BAS and POMS-2 in both the intervention group and the placebo group. BAS is a widely used tool in clinical trials and healthcare to assess the intensity of subjective symptoms such as pain, fatigue, or mood. As a result, the intervention group shows an increase in relaxation score on BAS and increase in friendliness and vigor activity on POMS-2. So, LAC-Living Plus may have potential to improve the positive mood. The third clinical trial involved 46 healthy adults who were administered 5 billion LAC-Living Plus or placebo. The mood state was assessed using PANAS. PANAS is a 20-item self-report questionnaire used to measure positive and negative emotional states. As a result, the intervention group shows an increase in positive affect score on PANAS. So, LAC-Living Plus may have potential to enhance the positive feelings. Based on 3 clinical trials, I believe you have clear understanding of functional benefit of LAC-Living Plus. Next, I will explain the PRISM mechanism of action for LAC-Living Plus. Usually, when we are exposed to stress, the stress-induced gene expresses in stress-related brain region and called nucleus accumbens, and leading to anxiety-like behavior and apathy. However, intake of LAC-Living Plus was found to suppress anxiety-like behavior, alleviate apathy, attenuate stress-induced gene expression. So we hypothesize that LAC-Living Plus may ameliorate gene expression change in stress-related brain region via vagus nerve, which connects enteric nervous system to the central nervous system. The advantage of LAC-Living Plus lies not only in its functional benefit, but also in its measurement method. As Dr. Minami mentioned earlier, postbiotics takes many forms, cannot be cultured, and lack standard measurement. So, it is often said that they are difficult to measure. However, LAC-Living Plus is heat-treated under the condition that preserves cell membrane even after sterilization. And this makes it easy to measure. So, based on this characteristic, LAC-Living Plus has the advantage of being able to quantify the amount in the product. In our company, there are two measurement methods. And by using fluorescence staining and flow cytometry. And today, I introduce fluorescence staining method. In this method, by using Dept ligand to stain cellular DNA, microbial cells can be accurately measured. To date, we have successfully quantified the amount in the variety of products such as gummy, supplement, ice, drink, jelly, etc., and have demonstrated accurate measurement, even in the presence of impurities.
So, to conclude this session, I'd like to sum up what benefit LAC-Living Plus render to the consumer and also manufacturers. First, for end consumers, LAC-Living Plus gives a clinically studied effect on positive mood, as well as the safetiness and also science-backed evidence. Also, LAC-Living Plus can uplift both body and mind of the consumer. And for the manufacturer, LAC-Living Plus can be easily used without changing its taste or color or texture of finished product. And also, LAC-Living Plus can withstand a wide range of manufacturing and storage conditions. And also, it can be easily integrated to the food and beverages without effortlessly. So, we prepared a very, very brief quiz for you to remember this session. So, there's just 3 questions. What's the link between your gut and brain called? And also, LAC-Living Plus helps with something. And also, what's the brand name for Lactobacillus helveticus MCC1848 by MORINAGA milk? So we do not have enough time, but I heard a very loud voice from the other side. So why don't we shout it loud? Because this is a very mood-booming ingredient. So let's answer to the third question. The ingredient of postbiotics for mood health is LAC-Living Plus. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you very much. So in this event of our MORINAGA milk industry exhibiting at the booth at D01 floor. It is just in front of the hall gate 5. And this time, our colleague from Japan and also Singapore and so Vietnam is gathering. So we are very happy to discuss with you about our probiotic strain and also postbiotic strain like LAC-Shield and of course LAC-Living Plus. Thank you very much for your kind attention.